Hi, and happy Sunday from Delray Beach, Florida. I'm Nancy Reagan, and I'm here to talk all things skin, Diva, Sass, and Sisterhood. And this morning, I want to talk a little bit about what we see as far as dehydration in the skin. Yesterday, I had a client come in, and she was 62 and blamed everything because of going through cancer at 45 was from the loss of estrogen. And yes, the loss of estrogen can make a huge difference in our skin. And if you're not able to do hormone replacement therapy, you're going to start to see the skin start to show the wrinkles and everything because of the loss of estrogen. The loss of estrogen drives the lipids in the skin. So when you're having issues with the lipids, those things those things, that is what you start to see as the sponginess of the skin, and the skin doesn't get back to normal like you want it to. So you're seeing wrinkles that are part dehydration, and the dehydration that you're seeing is really coming because you're getting no lipids to the skin in that area. The other part of that is you're not getting protein and nutrients to the skin to help rebuild the collagen and the elastin. So it's super important for you to be able to replace that collagen, replace that elastin, or make sure that you're getting aminos and make sure that you're getting enough protein in your diet as you're heading through menopause, as you're heading through that time. So I have a very special woman with me. Her name is Cassie, and she joins me. Good morning. How are you? I cannot hear you. So
here we go. Good morning. How are you doing?
Yes. Great. So how's everything going?
So good. I'm excited for some Sunday morning skin science.
And happy Sunday for you, definitely, for sure.
Yeah.
So I was just telling everybody, I had a client yesterday. We were talking a little bit about menopause and dehydration, but we can start with your questions too. So
yeah. So one of the biggest things that we've seen a beautiful response from your videos is this crepey skin. And
right.
Is crepey skin and menopause tied together?
Yes, and I was going through like explaining yesterday. I had a 62-year-old lady who had cancer at 45, and when she had cancer, she of course lost all of the estrogen, and it was an estrogen driven cancer, so she could never have that replacement. So your question as to crepey skin and estrogen, yes, we do have a issue between estrogen, crepey skin, and the other part of it is dehydration. Right?
Excellent. So,
Do you want me to keep going?
what can we do to fight crepey skin or to help crepey skin? Once it's there, are we set with crepey skin forever?
No.
Or okay.
No, and the skin, there's damage to the skin that can happen at any point in time. And your skin is resilient, just like our liver is resilient. It can go and then get better and go and get better. So when you start to see the signs of crepiness, and in her case, she was super dehydrated, and dehydration and crepiness go together. So what you're seeing is might not be water dehydration, but what you're seeing is really lipid dehydration. So it's lipid and your loss of oil, and that loss of oil is really what is driving the change in the skin more so than, oh, I'm not drinking enough water. And when you have lipids and I like, it's part of our diet, plus We need omega-3s. We need like really salmon, avocados, nuts. Like eating a diet that's rich in omegas can really, really help us as we age to not have the crepey skin. But also it will help the skin prevent wrinkles because once the the collagen and the elastin start to like crease, and it
Yeah.
starts with a crepiness, and once it starts to crease, the more dehydrated, the less oils, the less water that the skin gets, the more it's going to start in that structure and just start folding because it doesn't have the I kind of equate it to like a mattress and spring box springs. It doesn't have
Uh,
that mattress and box springs to keep it like up together. So it's folding into the lack of nutrients, the lack of oil, the lack of water in the skin.
that's wild to think about it like that from the barrier support underneath. So when you
Right.
start getting it, like um it's more about the hydration that you take in. Is there anything topically that can help?
Well, I'm a big fan of hyaluronic toner.
Hmm.
So you know that hyaluronic toner or a toner that is actually being wonderfully helping to nourish the skin at the same time, that is topically always going to help the skin. So you can have skin that is super dehydrated and loss of lipids, but if you're replacing the lipids on the outside, and this can be from a body, this can be from a face, but I love like it, and it has to be hyaluronic that is in a great format because there's tons of hyaluronic acid out there, but how that hyaluronic actually replenishes the cells and actually attracts moisture to the skin is what it does. And I'll give you a little factoid. Hyaluronic acid, hyal, um, hyaluronic acid attracts moisture 1,000 times more than any other ingredient. So it's a
What?
moisture attractor. So you could put water here, or you could put a lotion, you could put something with hyaluronic acid, and when you spray it, it pulls it to you. And when it's so humid outside like it is right now, you're
Uh-huh.
you're losing water and you're losing all that water. You think, "Oh, it's just hot, it's humid." You think, "Oh, I'm perspiring," but you're actually losing moisture. So your replacement is even more important in the summertime
Yeah.
than it is if you're in dry Colorado or Arizona where it's so dry and there's no humidity at all. I mean, they still need,
Really?
yes, it's crazy. But you go outside and you go hiking and you think, oh, I'm just perspiring. But that's that dehydration that's happening, and there's a fancy little word for it called trans epidural water loss. But that it's a fancy name for you just lost all the moisture out of your skin.
Yeah. But we do want to perspire, right? And like that's
Yes,
healthy for the skin to
yes.
get moving, and that's really like what is it that is so important for perspiring for the skin and exercising and those
And
things.
it's detoxifying for the skin.
Mhm.
So it's not going to necessarily help the crepiness at
Yeah.
the end of the day to perspire, but what it's going to do is it's helping to get rid of the toxins in the body. And also it regulates our heat. So it's helping to regulate your body and so for the body temperature. So when you're perspiring, you want that to happen. It does very little for your crepey skin at
But
all. So
what about is it good for like lymphatic system to get exercising, or does your lymphatic system need to be like massaged and drained and all of that in other ways?
um, every time you move, your lymphatic system. And for those who are, like are listening, lymphatic system is, if you think of the circulatory system as our blood supply, the lymphatic system kind of sits kind of like on top of it. And it is literally known as the white river of the body. So the only way it really moves is by a pulse system. So that's the only way it's moving. Whereas our blood is moving because it's being forced through the body. So lymphatic needs movement. It also, yes, lymphatic massage is phenomenal. Like it is such a great experience. Combine that with a little Reiki, and you have a perfect Sunday morning time. But it is, especially for the face, especially for any puffiness, it is really, really good for the skin. It's a great thing. So.
And do you think that it's more important during menopause or just always? You need to be aware of your lymphatic system in your skin.
Always, always. I mean, starting as a youth, if you're eating a lot of processed foods, if you're eating a lot of stuff that you shouldn't, if you're over partying, all of that is hitting your lymphatic system, and your lymphatic system's job is to keep you healthy and keep you in balance. So it's getting rid of the toxins. And when you eat too much garbage, it's dumping it from the circulatory system into the lymphatic system. So your lymphatic system cannot fight the colds, or it cannot fight anything else, because it's spending all its time helping to get rid of the toxins. Whereas if you eat a little cleaner, it's better for your crepey skin. But if you eat a little bit cleaner, and really try to watch the processed foods and watch what you're eating, that really helps the health of your entire body. The lymphatic system also is the messenger transport for the skin. Hi, how are you? And it is able to, there's a thing called macrophages. Macrophages are your little information that it goes down to the skin and says, oh, I have a cut here, or I have something here. You have to like send send the army down to like fight off whatever is coming. So it is, the lymphatic system is that carrier. And you never want to, like, that's why the tanning beds are so bad for people. And that is why it's so bad, because it's actually killing those macrophages, and when it kills them, they cannot do their job. So it's not
Ah.
allowing your lymphatic system to actually protect you the way it should. And that's what you need, is because you really need your lymphatic system to be your barrier. I don't know how we got from crepey skin here, but hey.
um, well, I'm curious. The other thing I saw a lot on red light therapy in menopause. What about that? What do you think about red light therapy for menopausal skin?
I think anytime you're doing any type of LED light, any kind of red light, it is incredibly fabulous for the skin. Red light is great for anti-aging. I just caution you to make sure that you buy a reliable device. There's a
Mm.
ton of them on the market. One of the really great brands, like that we use professionally, but also they have like little systems. One is by a company called Saluma, and they make a little LED light. You just want to make sure you're buying the right nanometers that are actually going to actually change the skin and keep you in check. The research coming down the pike on LED anti-aging, really taking care of your body, has spawned full systems. So you can actually lay down and get your red light therapy on the whole body, which is super cool. But it is
Oh.
amazing how it works, not only for menopausal skin, but it works for for like overall health. And I think too, as we're going through menopausal, there's so many changes that are happening that it is kind of like also a time to like check out and do a little self-care that really makes a huge difference, I think, because you're actually taking care of yourself at the same time. But
Yeah. What about so I've noticed more brown spots on my
uh,
skin for sure. I'm like, where did these come from?
come from.
It's all of a sudden.
So somewhere way back there, like maybe when you were 15 or 16, you were out in the sun baking and you were like deciding you wanted that summer glow and
Uh-huh.
you got a little pigmentation is when the skin is responding to being hurt. So the melanin is the
Uh,
reaction to the skin that is it can be from the sun. It can be, we all always think it's from the sun, but it could be from the skin being damaged. It could be from estrogen. It could be from hormones. It could be from picking your skin and it not healing properly.
mm,
And that will give you marks and color. The pigmentation that you have on your skin, it can go super deep, or you can look at it and it can be like not so deep. And it really tells the tale of how you actually can, whether or not you can get rid of it. When you go to get rid of it, you're trying to lift the pigmentation, which means you're trying to heal and repair the cells that were damaged. That's all you're doing with pigmentation. There are people that will laser it out, and it's great for the surface. But if that pigmentation is super deep, it's coming back in 2 years or coming back in 3 years, because I've seen all the clients come back in going, "Oh, I went to Dr. So and so, he lasered this off. Doesn't it look amazing? I don't have it anymore." I'm like, are you doing any, you have to put vitamins, you have to re-nourish those cells. I like personally like re-educating the cells and actually making sure that they are repaired from a cellular structure. So you're repairing the damage. That way the cell comes out and it's new again. It's not, I mean, not brand new, but it's repaired from that damage. Then when it comes to the surface, you don't have the pigmentation showing. That's the goal with doing it a little more naturally versus doing it with the laser. And there are like tons of, there's hydroquinone that's out there that can lighten. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's a cancer causing ingredient. Still available in the United States, believe it or not, but not in Europe. So
that's
there's
so
ways to get
interesting.
yeah, there's ways to get rid of it, but our pigmentation comes, we start seeing it when we're 35. I had it like on my neck from spraying like perfume, and then I would go out in the sun because as a teen you're like, oh, you want to like be, da da da. So I had perfume on. Then I had these brown marks down the side of my neck, and I was like, what the heck? And it was from the fact that I was allergic to the perfume, and it was having,
Uh-huh.
my body was having a reaction. But once you start putting in vitamins, it takes like NAD, helps with the cellular structure. Peptides can help repair all those repair like ingredients, but high dose vitamin A, C, and E. Once you start repairing the skin, it has new cellular memory and you can fight the pigmentation. You're actually like going in like a busting it up. So you're going in and like telling it to go and spread out. And when you spread out, you don't
Uh,
see it as much.
what
So
about rosacea? All the redness in the cheeks. I know that is that part of menopause or is that something else?
it actually is something else. And the jury's out on rosacea as far as what is causing it. Um, I have always tied it to the gut, but there'll be many people out there that
Ah,
will say, oh, no, it's not gut related. My clients that are really good about their nutrition can actually keep rosacea at bay, combined with, again, using healing skincare. The combination helps the rosacea. There are two forms, like the immune system for the body is in such fighting mode that there's these little baby mites in the skin. This is not a great like but Sunday morning, yay, let's go eat breakfast conversation. But it is that these little mites in the skin actually take over, causing the immunity of the body to be in check. And when that happens, this is the rosacea of what you're seeing, the inflammation. The more you like don't take care of your skin, don't take care of your diet, don't take care of your gut, like just completely ignore the fact that you're eating like sugar and all the other stuff, your rosacea is going to get worse too. It can be almost acne and rosacea or disfiguring. I encourage anybody who has that tendency, and rosacea is oftentimes misdiagnosed, but it is a thing, and it can get worse in those people. It is, our guts are our second brain, as well as really key to how our body and our skin are going to react. It's amazing, but it's a thing.
yeah. So you think for rosacea, it's mostly what you take into your body and then how it presents on your
Uh,
skin.
And also topically, that you are making sure you're not stripping the skin. You can
Mm.
inflame it, you can make it worse by stripping the skin and what you use topically. But just all of the national, like, okay, what makes rosacea worse? Oh, let's see, like drinking wine, hot showers, all of these things. All of those things are also aggravating your stomach too. So, it's like, hey, so it could be a lot of different things, but it's really the research has shown that it's the body's immunity system unable to fight the mites that are on the skin. So,
Interesting. I didn't realize there were
mhm.
little mites on the skin.
Yes, that's the research. I mean, there's a lot of conversation on the whole rosacea, and for years, people in the dermatology area have been looking for the one quick fix. Let's like put this cream on. And there's a lot of creams out there for rosacea. Some people actually need the dermatology because it's gotten so bad, to that point in order to calm it down. I'm a big fan of making sure you're not stripping the skin and also using things like colloidal silver to really help with that rosacea. Also,
Okay.
any questions you guys ask below, okay? That's
Yeah,
that's
please
another.
do.
Any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. That's why we're here.
Colloidal silver. So this is one that I'm so curious about because I know like there's with that there's a certain amount that you can use, but then if you use too much, doesn't it get toxic for your
Um,
skin or
I stay away from that conversation
uh
simply because the company I mean, there's a few companies out there. The company that I really love is ASAP. They make a colloidal silver that back and this goes years ago. I was at a spa conference, and this gentleman from Miami was there, and he had this little notebook, and he was showing in the notebook. He was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then he showed this lady that had a burn, and she was an older lady, and she had coffee. She had pulled a coffee pot on her leg, and
Oh,
it had blistered and burned. And then he had the pictures after colloidal silver had healed, like, and how it had been applied. He was able to show also it's being used at the University of Miami in the Burn Center. I love colloidal silver for so many reasons. All of my acne people, I like, here's the tube, here's the tube. It's not crazy expensive. And little side note, if you travel a lot and you put colloidal silver on your hands, colloidal silver gel, you can put it on your hands, put it right here. It keeps you antibacterial for up to 4 hours.
ah, that's a
Yes,
good tip.
little side note on the
Yeah.
colloidal silver part. Yes.
What about acne and things when you hit menopause, right? Is that
It's a
why does
thing.
that happen again? Like
Um,
you're
it,
like, "Oh my gosh, I just passed all of these like I shouldn't have acne again."
Right, and I should have had a white head at my age either. Like, it is, the acne can be either external or internal.
Mm.
External, like my little whitehead I had this morning, it's coming from something from the outside, and it is either makeup brush related, not cleansing properly, going for run and not wiping your face after you go for your run. It's coming from outside, and that's where you see the blackheads and the whiteheads. The internal, that is driven by our hormones and what we eat, is usually never coming to a head. They hurt like the dickens. It's like, it's so crazy how bad they hurt. They can come around the jawline, which is where we see it most of it. This is a hormonal digestive area where our body is dumping the toxins that it cannot get rid of. So when this is happening, not only is it hormonal and we're going, oh my gosh, like I'm getting breakouts, but figuring out why you're getting the breakouts is super key. Yes, it's hormonal because you either too much oil, not enough oil, too much oil, not enough oil, or you're eating something that your body said, you used to like this 20 years ago, but now I've decided you really shouldn't have this anymore. And that's a major life disappointment.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's beyond just what you put on your skin. Like you have to
Right.
think about your whole body differently.
Exactly, because your body is so miraculous. Like, you can take it and take it and take it and take it. And then I don't know, it's like, I don't know whether it's 39 or 40, your body goes, okay, I've had enough. I've been fighting, I've been detoxifying you for free almost, for all these years. And now I'm going to make you pay for it. So now I'm going to give you spots. I'm going to give you acne. I'm going to really let you have it. And it's really the body, like, and or you could be really sensitive or allergic. That's the other thing that happens, that all of a sudden you wake up one day and you're like, oh my gosh, I was never allergic to mangoes. Now I like have hives all over me. And that's another thing that is a body sensitivity, really triggered by, yeah, a lot of it. Yeah, it's the time of the menopause, but a lot of it is the fact that our body has been fighting toxins for so long, and now it's like, okay, I've had enough of you. So
So, what would you say are the very key things that we need to focus on in menopause if for our skin? Like if you had to pick top 3 things to just really focus on.
number one, please don't let yourself get dehydrated. So
Mm.
that is like key. And when I talk about dehydration, I am it's not just water. It is not just like having coffee, but water is key, but lipids are also key for the dehydration. So that is, you need your omegas, you need salmon, you need avocado, you need to put those oils back into your body because your body has lost those natural lubricants because of the loss of estrogen. I would also encourage you to look and explore with your functional practicing medicine person doing some bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. If you guys need a great resource for that, you can find on YouTube Lydia Martinez Ebling. It's Ebling. She is fabulous for bioidentical hormone replacement therapy and fitness, and she looks like freaking fabulous.
She
Not just like
does.
she's like a rock star, fabulous fitness coach, but also helping you balance that hormonal shift that you're going to see the skin change, you're going to see everything change. And the third part of the why the skin, like, or why, what to do for menopause. So dehydration, hormone replacement therapy. And my third really big thing is what you used when you were 20 for your skin is not what you're going to need now. So please spend some time understanding. Look at regenerative skincare. We have the ability to have it. Look at longevity skincare. We have that ability now, and I think it's really it's a thing. Is it inexpensive? Are you going to find it at a up at the drugstore? Probably not, but it is here, and it's a great investment in self-care. The reason I say that is my women that are 62 now that didn't take care of themselves at 40 are seeing the results of not taking care of themselves at 40 because they're looking older than some of their other 60-year-olds. And knowing that I don't want to age out ever. I don't want to be that person that's like, oh, like we're seeing people that are 55 not getting jobs because they actually look 70. So that's not my people. Those, I want you to take care of yourself at 35, 40, so that when you're 60 you look 50. So you're never aging out.
Yeah, that's really important, right? Because
It's
you can see someone at 60 that looks 70, and you can see
like,
someone at 60 that looks 50, and there's there's like some social credit to that, right? If you stay looking pretty youthful, you stay taking care of yourself, like they just our society, we're like, oh, you take good care of yourself at this
right.
age. And it can really be like a bonus if you're 70 and look 60.
And the other part too, Cassie, people looking in the mirror, and yeah, you wake up every morning, and it's sad to me I have some clients that'll say, "Oh, I never look in the mirror," and I'm like, "What the heck? Why not?" "Oh, because I don't like who I see," and that to me is so sad because
Yeah.
they stop taking care of themselves. So that to me is like a big driver. Like, and if I can do anything to help somebody who's going through perimenopause or menopause take that journey and make it so that when you're on the other side of that journey, you still probably have another 40 years. If you're healthy and taking care of yourself, you still got a long time. So it makes a huge difference when you're looking in the mirror going, how do I look? So I think that's important.
So I wonder about like the under eyes, all of
So
that,
are
right?
we
That's the
talking
first.
yeah, are we talking bags or are we talking color?
Well, kind of all of it, right?
All of
That
it?
skin is so sensitive. What do you do? So, there's people are doing fillers and stuff, and it seems like they always start with their under eyes to get those nice and plump again. what about topically before we jump to fillers and all of those kinds of things?
Well, you know what a fan I am of ceramides, peptides, and NAD plus. I am, and for under the eye area, it's super important for that area to also have that a wonderful re-education of the cellular structure, because you're trying to make sure that it stays light and that also it doesn't have what quote unquote bags. um, the kidneys are responsible for those under eye. The not only the darkness can be hereditary, but the kidneys are responsible for underneath this area, but also for the filling up of water. So if you're not drinking, if you're drinking sodas, if you're drinking like stuff that is toxic, your kidneys are talking back and saying, this is not really great. And this is really not, and it's going to have an adverse reaction to the bags under the eyes. Our face, everything on our face is completely related to a body part, which maybe we'll talk about on another Sunday.
Yeah,
But
that would be
it's
a fun
it's
thing
yeah,
to cover. Like, this is your
yeah,
liver, this is your
yes.
kidneys, this is
It's
your digestion.
it's really a fun thing, but underneath the eyes is a kidney thing, and
Mhm.
really making sure your kidneys are really really like my most fun day was seeing my functional medicine and doctor and she goes, "Oh my God, your kidneys, you're a 35-year-old," and I'm like, yes. It's only those little things, but it's like that really makes a huge difference on how your body functions. And when you see darkness under here, it's the lack of nutrients in your body that it's showing up with that darkness. And a functional medicine person is going to be a lot more on point on that, because they're going to do blood tests and really figure out why it's happening, and then why your kidneys aren't functioning. But all those monster drinks and everything else are not helping your kidneys. That is not a good thing. Neither is soda. Anything that is like too, like I don't even drink one. Drink your water, drink tea, green tea, drink things that are really going to filter your body, because it's your filtering system. And your skin is also your filtering system. So if you're seeing stuff in your skin, it's coming from like what you're eating, what you're drinking, what you're doing, all of those things.
That's so wild. So, yeah, I feel like we could talk about menopause and the skin all day because there's
Yes,
so many different facets of this, from what
yes.
you take in, what you put on, what you did 20 years ago.
So divas, all divas. Like it's like I don't know, it's a self-care that I'll spread the word, and help like people. Like it's a good thing. You need
Yeah,
to know. Mhm,
absolutely. And
mhm.
non-toxic skincare is
Yes,
just such a game changer in that, when we're trying to detoxify our body and making sure
yes.
like our skin glows forever.
It's the best. I mean, to me, it's like it's a game changer, not only for what you're going through, but I know that it's not going to hurt you. It's only going to make you look more beautiful. And when you look in the mirror, you're not going to hide from your mirror. When you're hiding from your mirror, I just want to go, okay, diva girl, let's get it together here. We
Yeah.
need to like spur you on because time's ticking, and I need you to look like the best version of you. I don't want you to look 22, but I just want you to be your best.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I love the Skin Diva Labs products for that. Hands down, like a game changer for my skin, for the redness, for that plumpness, for that glow. It's been a huge help in transitioning into this menopausal skin.
Yeah, thank you very much. Ken, I know we're winding down.
Mhm.
And if anybody wants more information on Skin Diva Labs, I know that it's down below. It's going to be in right after our live. Or if you have questions, please don't. You didn't want to ask them on the stream, please ask, and I will respond to any of the questions that you might have. But we are really excited to be here on a Sunday with you guys and really doing these Sass and Sisterhood with really talking about like as women what we're going through, not only with our skin but everything else too.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But it's such a beautiful time to be a woman. We have all these
Yeah.
resources, we have all this information. And so I love coming on a Sunday morning, get everyone feeling refreshed, invigorated, excited about taking control of their glow.
Yes.
Because when you feel like you're glowing, you're able to do so much more.
You're like, that is so right. You can
Yeah.
conquer anything.
No, it's true. That
It's true.
confidence, that glow from the inside out.
Hmm.
And we really want to encourage women here to feel like their best selves.
Yes.
It's never too late to get your glow
Never, never.
on.
Hope you divas have a fabulous rest of your Sunday. And Cassie, it was great again.
Yes, thank you so much for letting me join you and talking about skincare today. And thank you for everyone that joined on this live stream. We appreciate you. And go out there and have a beautiful Sunday.
Be sassy. Bye.
Bye.